afternoon. Welcome back to our live webcast. I'm Robert Cooper. Today I'll be presenting about internet scams. Internet scams. You may be asking yourself what that is. Well, the internet is a mass marketing means to spread information, and a scam, that is to provide fraudulent information in order to confuse victims or take advantage of people. So it's really simple. Now, internet scams, if you combine that together, then that equals a lot of money lost. Many victims. It's a loss for the victim and for the bank or company involved as well. After I worked at a bank for 6 years, serving many deaf and hard of hearing people, and I've seen many victims and seen many internet scams happen every day. Millions of dollars were lost, despite my numerous warnings or interventions, which probably also saved millions of dollars. Yet many customers still fall for and become victims to internet scams. Also, you can email during this webcast. If you have any questions, you can email here. So you may be asking yourself, why are we talking about internet scams? Billions and billions of dollars are lost through internet scams. The reason that many of these aren't reported is because the victims feel embarrassed about it. The reason they would feel embarrassed for many scams are very obviously scams, and they're very simple ways that people just fall for. Despite many clues, warning signs, people still fall into these scams. And many of them don't even know where to go or who to report it to. The number of victims is increasing. The number of victims who are reporting it is increasing. The good news is that research shows that many more people are becoming aware of this, and that is helping lessen the amount of money that gets lost to these internet scams by 1/3. You notice the number of complaints is increasing. You see, it's growing, and that's why we're presenting today. We're hoping that we can spread the word more and get more people to come and report these scams if they fall for them, and hopefully prevent people from falling for them in the first place. One reason that many people fall for these is because they think it does not apply to them. Maybe they, maybe they're confused by some myths that are out there, or they just don't know about it. Like, one myth is that the elderly are mostly the victims, but that's not really true. The elderly make up a small percent of the victims. The larger percent is the more common age ranges between 20 and 60. Also, many people think that women are the victim more often than men, but that in the past was true. About 2004 was true, but now that's becoming more equal. Men and women are both being victims. Also, you maybe think poverty or wealth affects who's the victim and who's not. Not really. Wealthy people and poor people alike can become victims of internet scams. Often the scammer's trying to get a little bit of money from many people, which adds up to a lot, instead of getting a lot of money from a few people. But basically, poor, middle class, rich, doesn't matter. Everyone's a victim of scams. Some people think that location affects who is scammed. typically, the people who do the scamming live in the same area as the victims, especially in California and the southeastern United States. Now, international scams, that rule does not apply. International scams, they will take advantage of people more often from a variety of locations. But the bottom line is that anyone can be a victim of internet scams. So do not think that it doesn't apply to you. Now, every hour, 35 people complain about or report being scammed, as you can see by this pie chart. You notice between 20 and 60 have a larger percentage for each age range, as opposed to the under 20 and over 60. So really, any age range can be a victim to scams. Now, what is the cost of becoming a victim to an internet scam? Now, the government can't, you have to report these things to the government. The gender, men typically lose $1.25 for every dollar that women lose. In the past, it was about 2 to 1. Also, age effects. Older people seem to lose more money each instance. The same as wealthy people lose more money in each instance than the poor people do. The poor people lose a larger percent, but the wealthy people lose more money. These are some examples of internet scams. There's so many. We won't cover all of them today. We will cover 5 that I've experienced in the past couple of years. The first is an advanced fee fraud. Suppose someone orders something off the internet and it hasn't arrived yet, so they may contact the seller and ask them, why hasn't it arrived yet? And find out that they need to pay an advanced fee before it can be shipped. These are usually scams. Also, you need to be wary of people requesting money in odd ways, like Western Union and things like that. And if you have to pay a fee, sometimes people will say you have won a certain amount of money, but you have to pay a fee before we can ship it to you. That's probably a scam. Pretty much anything that they ask for a fee for up front is probably a scam. Another is the travel help fraud. Well, this happens a lot with Twitter and Facebook. People notice that one person is planning to go on vacation. So what they do is post that that person is stuck at an airport or somewhere and needs money to get back home, asking for money from their friends. So friends send them money thinking that it's the original person who requested the money when it's not. Some common reasons they'll use is they need to change the ticket, or they get stuck in customs and have to pay a tax. Maybe their passport is out of date. These are all certain kinds of frauds, scams. Another one is the love fraud, love scam. Especially now with people dating online more, they get into relationships online and they may have never met this person, but they've talked to them for a few years and they become very attached to them. Even love the people that they've never met. And so these people that perpetrate these scams, they try and get money from the people they've duped into loving them. It's really easy to play with people's hearts. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants someone to love them. So that's why a lot of people fall victim to this type of scam. If you're going to loan anyone money, please make sure that it's someone that you see often, that you have met before. Please do not loan money to people that you've never met or only met through the internet. Another one is the Nigerian letters or winning the lottery. scams. Maybe you get a letter saying, hey, you won $4 million. We need you to send us a little bit of money, and we can send your $4 million to you. Or give us personal information. Well, what they're trying to do is scam you. Maybe you pay the fee thinking, I'm going to get $4 million, but you don't. At the same time, maybe they'll send you a letter saying, your membership has expired, or you need to update a membership, or even a bank account. We all get letters and emails from the bank. Maybe you think it's real, but this is a scammer, possibly trying to trick you into giving them money. You click on the link at the website, and you click on the link in your email and go to their website, and then enter your personal information. But really, it's someone who is going to try and get your personal information and try and take money from your bank account. You have to be very careful with this. Another is special investment deals. Maybe you have someone saying, hey, I have a really good investment opportunity. Not many people know about it. Would you like to be involved? Maybe you go to a website and you see that someone's trying to do this on the website. That could be false. At first it's usually a small startup fee, and then they ask, you have to give some more money in order to get a payout or stay in with this. So you end up spending some money, and then once they ask you for a large amount, maybe $4,000. So you pay $4,000 thinking, hey, this is an investment, and I'm going to get some money out of it. And then the people disappear. The SEC tries to track these. There are two that have been very prominent. One has been caught, and one has not been caught yet. One is still being watched. I know many of the consumers that I used to work with have lost a lot of money with this. They invest money hoping that they'll get some back, and they end up not getting any money back and losing money in the process. So now you may be asking yourself, why should I protect myself from internet scams, from becoming a victim? It's really, really difficult to catch the people who try and perpetrate these scams. It's also difficult to get your money and your information back. Very rarely do you get the money back. 14.7% of cases get caught, but only 1.7% of the money is recovered. You may be thinking that that's not a big percent, but how much money could that be that you've lost? And that may be money over a few years. This really can damage your credit and everything else. So how do you protect yourself? Well, there are a few different ways. One is to only deal with people that you know and do things that you normally do. Anything that seems too good to be true, even if it's a family or a close friend sending you this information, is probably too good to be true. So just be wary of anyone who's sending you information like this. Again, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. There are many more tips and advice that can be given on this, but the time for this webcast is limited. So hopefully we'll see you at the next one. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always contact Project Endeavor Contact Center. We also have information on the website that you can go to. We have agents who can give you proper advice and refer you to services that can help you after you've been the victim of scam. Please, if you have any questions or anything, you can also email csdlive@c-s-d.org. Thank you for joining us for this webcast, and we look forward to you joining us in the future. Thanks.